Imagine a place where hope dares not enter. The hills of Gadara in the Decapolis are not made only of limestone and dust. They are built of fear. The sun there always seems pale, and the wind blowing from the Sea of Galilee carries a metallic scent, a mixture of dry earth, salt spray, and the acrid smell of blood. In this borderland, silence is never absolute. From a distance, the villagers hear the sound of metal striking against rock. It comes from the tombs. But there, the dead do not rest alone. Among the caves carved into the mountain lives something the city has given up on calling a man, a figure of scars and fury that haunts the paths, forcing travelers to detour for miles just to avoid crossing the shadow of the sepulchres. But today, something has changed. A young shepherd who knows every crevice of those rocks finds on the trail what everyone feared. The iron chains, forged to bind the untamable, are shattered. They weren't opened by keys, they were torn apart as if they were made of dry straw. Terror grips the village. He is loose, some cry out. But the young shepherd senses something different. He looks toward the caves and notices that for the first time in years, the screams of agony have ceased. The silence coming from the tombs is heavier than any scream. Moved by a mix of courage and desperation, for that man living among the dead once had a name, a family, and a smile, the young shepherd decides to climb. He needs to see what the silence is hiding. As he climbs, the young shepherd notices strange details. On the ground, the marks of bare, wounded feet are everywhere. There is blood on the stones, where the man used to cut himself to try and drown out the voices in his head. But strangely, the tracks lead toward the shore. Down below, a small boat cuts through the blue waters and touches the sand. A group of men disembarks. In their center, a man in a white robe walks with a calmness that defies the heavy atmosphere of the place. The young shepherd wants to scream, "Run! He is coming!" But the words die in his throat. He sees a shadow leap from behind a rock. The demon-possessed man runs. He does not run like a man. He runs like a starving beast, his matted hair flying, his eyes bloodshot with a malice that is not his own. The beast and the saint meet. The young shepherd closes his eyes, bracing for the sound of impact, the scream of death. But what he hears is the sound of knees hitting the sand. Opening his eyes, he sees the impossible. The terror of Gadara is prostrate, trembling. "What have I to do with you, Jesus, Son of the Most High God?" The voice coming from the man's throat is a legion of sounds, a chorus of agony that makes the earth vibrate. The authority in Jesus' gaze is absolute. He does not flinch. He does not fear the filth or the sin. "What is your name?" he asks. The answer echoes through the canyon. "Legion." The young shepherd watches, paralyzed, as the master gives a short order, a command that admits no reply. The darkness is expelled. In the distance, a herd of pigs enters a frenzy and plunges off the precipice, carrying away the spiritual weight that crushed that soul. The noise of the herd dies in the water. And then, the true miracle. The young shepherd descends the hill and finds the man. He is no longer naked. He is no longer screaming. He is sitting, clothed, with clear and focused eyes. He is listening to Jesus. The young shepherd's fear transforms into a deep peace. The mystery of the broken chains was solved. What iron could not bind, love set free. The healed man begs to follow the master in the boat, but Jesus, with a smile of mercy, places a hand on his shoulder and says, "Go home to your people and tell them how much the Lord has done for you." Today, the caves of Gadara are empty. The dead rest in peace. And in the streets, a man who was once a reason for terror now walks telling a story of light. He is living proof that there is no abyss so deep that the hand of the man in the white robe cannot reach.